People didn't applaud. It was sort of, I don't know, so on. But Ingrid Bergman has a special place in the hearts, I think, of the American people. You probably know the story. She was a Swedish-born film star here in the 40s and the 50s. And in 1948, she went to Italy to make a movie on a volcanic island off the coast of Italy. The island was called Stromboli. The volcano was active, and they used the volcano as a backdrop for a love story in this Italian movie. And the movie was pretty average, but the result of this movie was Ingrid had a mad, passionate love affair with the director Rossellini, and the end result was Isabella Rossellini. Yes, indeed. At the time, though, American was still in touch with its rather Puritan streak, and you know, public opinion back home was completely outraged that she would have an affair and a child out of wedlock. You know, America turned its back on her, apart from one guy in Coney Island with his hand down the front of his trousers, who felt something stir in his inspiration, and with his spare hand wrote the lyrics to this song. Wrote the lyrics to this song, and I almost. We're almost there. It's except Woody wasn't a public servant. You know, when you're doing that on the public's dollar, he's got to resign, hasn't he? There's no two ways about it. Woody was just, you know, fiddling with himself in the dark in Coney Island. If that becomes illegal, we're really in trouble, aren't we? Let's be honest, guys. If that becomes a punishable offence, then you really will be exceptional. And very few of us will be able to tour here ever again. There's enough questions already on the form you have to fill in to come into this country. But hairs on the palm of your hand, that's your answer. Dark and our doorstep. Yeah, Newt Gingrich as well, he'd be out as well, isn't he? I'm sorry. Yeah, often at this time people do get excited. Not so much about the idea of Woody with his hand down in front of his trousers. It's more about the volcanology that I've introduced. I don't know if you're aware now, but volcanoes have become more active. There's a whole sort of issue with volcanic ash in the atmosphere. It turns out that more and more people who come into our gigs are, in some way, sort of either volcanologists or those kind of people who spend their spare time looking on volcano websites. And in their spare time, you see, there's always a few of them, and I'm pleased about this, because I do, you know, I like to think that you know, we have a broad spectrum of opinion at these gigs. But sadly, the volcano in this song is not actually an actual. When Woody talks of it, the volcano and its explosive power and its rock hard surface, he's not talking in geological terms. Right? It's a metaphorical volcano. He is talking about his manly tumescence. That's a word you don't often hear, isn't it? Manly tumescence. Now, where's the little bit of delay now? I could do that little bit of delay when I say that. Manly tumescence. That was a bit much, that. I thought it sounded like I was down in the bottom of a pre-soul something. Manly tumescence. A new fragrance from L'Oreal. Because you don't like the way you smell, do you? Why did I say that? That's much more honest, isn't it? Because you're worth it. Get out of here. You just don't like the way you smell. It does. I don't. I like the way I smell. It makes much more. I'm all for honesty in advertising. So, I'm sorry, I do apologise. We've totally lost the track of this, haven't we? Can we just to get focus everybody again for a moment. The volcano is his prick. Has everybody got that? It's like an Iggy Pop deal. It's really straightforward. Okay? When he talks about the volcano, when he uses the phrase Stromboli, he means his manly tumescence, madam. I use that word, I have to use that word now because I can't quite see it all the time, but that's probably a good thing. But often at these gigs now, people, you know, we're all of us together, brothers and sisters of a certain age, where people do bring their sort of like, you know, early teens come to these gigs. And I don't want to start a discussion on the way home in the car about, you know, so I figure, and I don't know what I base this on anymore, but I figure The average 12-year-old can't spell gymnastics to put it in a search engine. So we're probably okay on that, aren't we? So yeah. So I want you to imagine for the next 3 minutes that it was actually Woody Guthrie who made love to Ingrid Bergman on the slopes of that Italian volcano, and that the end result was Isabella Guthrie. I don't think she would have got the Revlon ads, but I think David Lynch might have still been interested. One last thing, it says in the manuscript of the that I worked with for this, the second stanza, it says, Ingrid Bergman, you're so purty, P-E-R-T-Y, Woody typed, purty. Now, that, it may mean pretty, but like in a Bruce Springsteen song, or he could mean excessively pert. And my experience with the little guy is, if there is a rather risque double entendre, as they say in Canada, probably that's what he was talking about, because he was a lover man, as you'll hear in the song. Ingrid Bergman, let's go make a picture on the island of Stromboli. Ingrid Bergman, you're so pretty. You'd make any mountain quiver. You'd make fire fly from the crater. Ingrid Bergman, this old mountain, it's been waiting all its life for you to work it. For your hand to touch its hard rock. Rock, madam, rock. There's too much delay over there, I can't hear what I'm saying. If you walk across my camera, I'll flash the world your story. I will pay you more than money, yeah right. Ingrid Bergman, not by pennies, dimes, nor quarters, but with happy sons and daughters, and they'll dance around Stromboli. Ingrid Bergman, this old mountain, it's been waiting